Hello and welcome to Minor League TV, your reality TV playback podcast. I'm Rachel.
I'm Maddie.
And we're
the Reality Boys.
And we've got our producer / coach Chelsea in the room with us tonight.
What's up?
What's up, Chelsea?
Today we're doing another reality replay. Play. And today we're going to be bringing Jersey. Oh, no, wait. Fuck. Sorry. Nope. Does the bullpen thing come now?
Later. Fuck. But did you say we're doing a reality replay?
And then
Jersey Shore?
Today we're talking about Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Should we clap and
say?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Hello and welcome to Minor League TV, your reality TV playback podcast. I'm Rachel.
I'm Maddie.
And we're
the Reality Boys.
And we've got our producer / coach Chelsea in the room with us tonight. What's up?
Hey, Chelsea.
What's up?
Today we're doing another reality replay. Play. And today we're going to be talking about Jersey Shore, specifically season 2, episode 5, and maybe some surrounding events.
Right.
Yeah.
And we brought this to the table because it's their final season.
We did, yeah. And that is crazy because I didn't know that family reunion was, or it's called Jersey Shore Family Vacation. I didn't know that was still going on.
I heard about it and I just went, I never was a big fan. And so I was like, good for them.
When it first aired, I rewatched the whole show to lead up to the first episode. And then I watched like the first few episodes and it was like exciting to see them again and like see where they are. Wow. And like Mike had a bunch of like tax issues and like went to jail. Okay. So it was like very dramatic.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say like had a bunch of work done.
Well, yes.
Okay. Great.
They all have had so much work done.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I hope to 20 years from now as well.
Yeah. Most of them look great.
Good. That's positive.
Yeah. And I also think we've come out of a time when like the work, we were still figuring out a lot of things in the plastic surgery realm.
We were figuring out the work.
Yes, we were figuring out the work, and so were they. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of them also, I was looking them up, like what they look like today, and they look a lot better than they did at the beginning of family. Like they've progressed in their work.
Wow.
So I'm really happy for them in that regard.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
I was going to be like, what's the first piece of work you want done? But I don't know that you do.
No, I do.
Okay, what do you want to get?
I don't think I'll ever get filler because it really scares me.
Yeah.
What will I maybe some sort of upper or lower bluff.
Okay. Yeah. I was watching something of someone. Oh, Lisa Rinna. I finally got to Beverly Hills where Lisa Rinna joins the cast. And I was like, oh, she certainly had an upper bluff. It's crazy to be like, I feel like I can clock a lot of the work you've had done.
What would you get?
Probably a facelift in general.
So you're just going to wait and do it all in like one fell swoop?
I think so.
Nice.
Yeah, that just kind of feels right.
That's also like very dramatic and fun to just reveal yourself and be like, hello.
I know. I maybe I can like align it with a big birthday and I can like walk into a room and be like, new face, who dis?
Like, happy 25th.
Yeah. I've thought about like, I guess people are getting threads now instead of an entire facelift.
What is that?
You just get like a couple threads in your face to like,
I would
pull it back.
Yeah,
I know. I was talking to.
They tie it to your ears.
Yeah, you actually walk around with bows behind your ears. You have to hope that someone doesn't come up and pull the
one side.
That's so embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah. There's like threads are like the trendy new thing now, but I would just go full facelift. I think. I guess an upper bluff is interesting to me, but I got my first procedure, I guess you would call it, done when we were in South Korea, and I got a microneedle treatment.
Oh yeah.
And it hurt. It hurt really, not really bad, but it definitely hurt. And I was like, oh, I actually don't know that I'm built for like Botox and fillers and stuff. If a microneedle hurt, an actual needle in my face sounds pretty intense.
Yeah. The filler stuff, mostly what scares me is I've gotten a lot of TikToks of girls getting their filler dissolved. Yeah. And that seems so painful that I don't think I could like do that for fear of what's on the other side if I need to take it out.
That's a great point. Yeah. And then also, what if it migrates?
I'm scared of that too.
Yeah. Only if it migrates to my tits. How scary would that be? It slides down my neck.
But they're huge.
Months of weird lumps on your neck.
And I just keep, but I'm pushing it down.
Eventually it gets to your, they're like, man, we do implants.
Yeah.
You can always just come in
I
next
was
time.
joking about like getting filler in your tits. Like, can people do that? And I think they're starting to, for just like a little touch of something, which would be hilarious.
I think you've really made your tits part of your brand.
Yeah.
If you all of a sudden had huge tits, it would feel crazy.
What if I walked in, new face, new tits?
Whoa.
New face, a full C cup, not even double D's. Like, not even crazy, but just like a respectable size boob at my 55th birthday.
I've actually always thought that when I'm like in my 60s or something, I kind of just want to get huge boobs. Okay. Because I think an older woman who's wearing like a kind of slutty top showing off her boobs is very chic.
I love that.
And like it's giving like Lisa Vanderpump.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I do like it like at these older, I'll say mid to older ages, we're like, let's put our bodies through the most pain possible. Actually.
Who cares?
Who cares? Fuck it.
Who gives a fuck?
Maybe I just want a chest plate. Maybe I don't need the tits. I just walk in with a chest plate.
My culture is not your costume.
God, she's pissed.
No, I would love it.
Okay, thank you. You have to support me.
In everything.
You have to.
Maddie, if you get huge tits, I get to get really long legs. So figure that out first.
You were going to say really small ones.
No. I would look so strange, but I get really long legs.
That'd be great.
So. You guys both show up at Rachel's birthday.
Yeah, this is our Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome for the pod. Support the Patreon now.
I'd be so pissed if you guys both showed up with a lot of work done and no one told me. Hello?
Humiliated. You're like, I showed up natural?
With bows behind my ears?
Yeah. It's fucked up. I did hear that you watched more of Sabrina Carpenter's Coachella set.
Yeah, I did.
And what did you think?
I'll take back what I said.
Yeah, folks, we got her.
I saw the second weekend.
Yeah.
And turns out I missed 90% of it the first.
So I like that you watched the closing song and you went, that's crazy.
I was like, that sucked. Should have been longer.
First of all, she had an hour and a half to fill.
I think the last song to come into that was, like I said, it was overwhelming. And I think she was less focused on vocals and more focused on like the production. Mm-hmm. But after hearing the rest of the songs, I was like, okay, she is singing. Yeah. She sounds great.
Great.
The song with Madonna, she sounded so good. Honestly, Madonna looks, sorry I keep commenting on people's looks.
That's all we do.
But like
here.
Madonna looked crazy good.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I like didn't know what to expect. I feel like I haven't seen her in so long. Yeah. So I was like, I don't even know how old she is.
Old.
70s?
Yeah, Chelsea?
67.
Okay. Yeah, she looks amazing. She was moving around. I thought she sounded good and fun. I thought they worked together really well.
Her most recent tour was one that I was sad that I missed because she's like an icon that I would have loved to see live.
I feel like, did you hear?
She'll be touring again.
Really?
Cool. Yeah, she's new album coming out.
Okay, good.
Oh.
I do. She's a diva I would love to see live.
Yeah.
Our friend Katie is on a real mission to be like, I want to make sure I see as many like divas that I love, and I think Madonna would be one of them for me.
I've always felt nervous about seeing performers live like when they're much older, only because I feel like sometimes their voices change, and I feel nervous. It would make me feel sad that like the thing that they're like known for and that they love doing, they just like can't do the same way that they used to.
Yeah.
But it's nice to hear like that Madonna's shows went well. I did see Paul McCartney live a few years ago, and I was like, he's crazy good.
Yeah.
And so I think I was like, maybe I'm just.
I think at this point you're just like, I'm so glad I get to see them.
Yeah.
While they're here.
I got nervous that it would like bum me out more than anything if they're like not putting on the show that like you know they're known for.
In the audience going, stop being old. Boo.
It would like make me cry. I'd be like, this is like what you love to do and you can't even do it anymore.
Oh, I mean,
which is like mean, but
well,
I don't mean it to be.
Miss Celine Dion herself had stiff body syndrome, and now she's singing again.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
she still has stiff body syndrome.
I mean, she does, but
she's,
she is
doing a
singing.
lot better.
I put it on our pop culture bingo that I was hoping she would release a single, but I don't know that we're there
that
yet.
was on last year's.
Yeah. So what? I'll carry it over into every year.
I know. I'm just saying it didn't happen. It was so sad.
Could happen this year.
She sang at the Olympics.
Oh,
You're gonna put it on your bingo every year.
Yeah. I'm just like, this is the year. I know it. I feel it.
Like, I was right 5 years in.
Yeah. Told you guys. I think it might be time
Let's get into it.
to call up Jersey Shore from the bullpen.
Ah!
I would love to know about your relationship to the show. This is, I think I already said up top, not a show I really watched in college, but it was a show that people loved. And I realized that the more people I talked to about it, a lot of boys liked it.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, what are boys doing liking reality TV? Like, this isn't for you. Drama's not for men. Drama's not for boys.
That's so funny. This is one of the few reality shows that, yeah, I've heard like a lot of boys are like, it was kind of for the boys in some ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
yeah.
GTL of it all.
The MVP.
MVP.
Mike, Vinny, Pauly.
Oh, God. See, I'm really going to learn a lot today, and I'm excited about it. Tell me about your relationship to the show.
I vividly remember when it first aired. I grew up in New Jersey.
Shout out.
Hello.
And I like didn't watch reality TV. My parents didn't like it, but I just happened to watch the first episode, and then the next day at school, literally everyone was talking about it. And I was like, I'm so happy I can be part of this.
Oh, God, that's so nice.
Yeah, it was so fun. And then it just was like, okay, I'm going to watch Jersey Shore every week. So I watched it when it was on for like the first 2 seasons maybe, and then kind of fell off. But then eventually, like I think in college, went back and rewatched it. I was in 8th grade when it came out.
Wow.
So as an 8th grader also, from a young age, I knew I wanted to party.
And you know what? Me too.
Hell yeah.
I actually, because I went to a private school K-8, and I was like, I'm going to a public high school. So I went from an 8th grade graduating class of 15 people to a freshman class of 1,200 people. And I was like, not that I was like, I'm going to reinvent myself, but I was like, I'm going to meet people and I'm going to party in high school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really happy for you that you got to, dive in.
For you. Yeah.
I'm picturing you walking in the doors like, let's go.
Very meek freshman year. But by sophomore year, we were picking up steam. Yeah.
Did you end up partying?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, and not in a dangerous way.
No.
But,
I knew it was my destiny to party when my mom in middle school would tell me to cover my drink when I went to parties at my friends' parents' houses. Like, Mom, I'm going to Christy Schmidt's house with her Christian, and she'd be like, cover your drink. And I'm like, what are you talking about? My can of Mr. Pibb? And that
Listen,
it was in my destiny.
Spoken like a true partier.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It was
you
in
knew
my
the party
blood.
rules as a child.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so watching Jersey Shore, I like really was like, they're so fun. Like they get to get paid to do this.
Yeah.
And I never wanted the fighting part. Like I was not a very dramatic, I don't think I'm a very dramatic person. So that part of it, I was never like, oh, like I want to get out there and like fight with a girl.
I want to beat a bitch up.
Yeah. But I just feel like that whole era of like Kesha, Jersey Shore, the kind of like messy party girls, like Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie going out on the town.
Yeah. There were so many parts of just rewatching this episode that I was like, I'm in the Obama era right now. Like I can feel it. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't even a spray tan person, but like Snooki gets these glasses that are like rhinestone shutter shades.
Those are like her iconic glasses, and I'm so happy they were in that episode.
Yeah. And yeah, it was took me back. I felt #hope. Hope and change.
What was like when you watched? Was it on your radar, or you just kind of? It was like all in the culture.
It was all in the culture, and so I think I would like catch episodes here or there, but it was not something I tuned into.
Okay.
But I remember going to a theme party that was Jersey Shore theme. Yeah, like it was just so, it was everywhere. And then watching the episode and thinking about all of the language that they use that like permeated the culture. Like even when they're like cabs are here, I was like, man, I remember sitting in the like apartment that I lived in Long Beach at the time, waiting to go to the bars and getting to yell out cabs are here. And it was just so like, even though I wasn't a big fan, that was part of what we were all saying.
Dude, and like literally last month in Korea, we kept having to call cabs for work stuff. And I kept saying cabs are here. Yeah. And nobody was like, and then thank goodness Alyssa, my coworker, was like, said it in the voice. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. I've been hoping somebody's going to know what I was referencing.
Everyone thought you were just talking.
They were like why is she saying that? And Alyssa's much younger. And I'm like, wow, it's carried on cross-generationally.
I feel like I'm about to say, I hear young people say it, but I do feel like I hear younger people say it because it's so like seeped into, just pop culture. So yeah, I wrote down a handful of words too of just like stuff that people were saying lingo. That I was like, man, I forgot. I just like forgot about.
I love the way they talk. I also feel like from Jersey, I'm not from like an Italian family in the same way that they're from Italian families.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Because I think there's like Southern Italian, like Sicilian, which is like the Jersey Shore people, like the loud, like more tan, dark hair, the Guidos and the Guidettes.
And like we can say that, right?
Yeah. You guys can't.
Yeah.
And I'm from like loud Italian family, in like a Northern Italian way.
Okay.
I think there's like beef between them, but I don't know the details of that. So I'm not trying to say one's better than the other.
They're mad at each other and they're going to yell about it.
But like my family doesn't talk like how they, with the accent and everything. Yeah. And so many people in New Jersey do. And like in school and like friends' moms, you'd go over their house and they'd be like, what can I get you, sweetie? Like, what do you need? Like, what are you doing? You drinking water? Make yourself at home. I'm obsessed. It's so comforting to me. I fell asleep watching Jersey Shore the other night and Brent was like, I don't know how you fell asleep to that because it's so loud. And I was like, I don't know. It was like nice.
Someone's throwing up in the background. You're like, it's just like comfort sounds.
They're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, it was interesting. And then maybe we can start talking about the app, but like watching in this episode, all the guys make dinner and I was like, the men cooking?
Yes.
Yeah. And the women were like, I guess maybe next week we'll cook. I don't know. And they were like, meatballs, put the meatballs in the sauce. I loved it.
That's a perfect impression.
Thank you. No, it was that
was fun. My sauce you spilled.
Yeah. I mean, and it was just, there was a lot of hair gel going on. Yeah. It was just not, and then I'm like, they look the same. That is what it is.
They all look the same?
Well,
what do you mean?
Today.
Oh yeah, right? No, like same hairstyle, same everything.
Maddie thought you meant all Italians look the same.
Guidos.
Like we have to pause.
Yeah. Cut this out.
Okay, wait. There was one more thing related to that.
Yes.
Oh, with all of them cooking dinner, I was like, these are all like between I think like 21 and 26-year-olds, and I was like, it is surprising how much they're like asking each other to clean, and they're like worried about
they care about the house.
And then I was like, Italians cook and clean.
Yes.
Italians do not live messy. They're very clean. And so I was like, I guess it's not surprising that all these 22-year-old guys clean. Meanwhile, I'm dating out here. Not every guy is cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, goddamn. Yeah. False expectations.
Yeah. Growing from Jersey Shore.
In a little bubble called Jersey Shore.
I want my man to yell at me and cook and clean.
It's the new Gym Tan Laundry. Yell, cook, and clean. Is that so hard, fellas?
Also, Mike yelling at Angelina, them getting in like a blowout fight, and then like an hour later being like, hey, I'm sorry, I was just like in a bad mood from shopping. That's what it was like growing up in my family.
Really?
Yeah, just, my mom would come home, she'd be like, why is your room messy? This place is a pigsty. It's always messy. 15 minutes later, come down for dinner. We're doing family dinner.
Yeah. Pigsty is such a classic word for when you're a kid and your room is a mess. Yeah. Pigsty, my mom, I would get little knots in my hair and my mom go, it's a rat's nest back here. I was like, you think I'm in charge of the rat's nest? The rats run it. I can't help it.
Okay, sorry. No. What's the lingo?
Okay, the lingo.
The rats run it.
Okay, I wrote when DTF was in the zeitgeist. Like DTF as an acronym.
They didn't. That's not originated from Jersey Shore, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But just that they said it and I was like, oh yeah, I would text that about someone or I would ask that of
DTF,
someone.
yeah.
Yeah. Grenades.
They originated
Calling
that, yeah.
Ugly women grenades.
They're really mean to the women they bring home.
They
It's
hate them.
crazy.
They hate them. Grenades. Also,
Grenades.
I like that they go, we can get derogatory in two ways. Grenades if you're fat and ugly, and then landmine if you're skinny and ugly. Huh? They're both doing the same thing, by the way. Oh God. What else did I write down?
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus. Thank you.
Yeah.
I should have put these all.
The hippopotamus. Meanwhile, that girl was skinny.
Yeah, they all were.
Yeah.
They all were. They all are. Oh, creep mode. They're going to go creep mode when they go creeping on the town. And then
I'm going to start saying that.
Okay, here's something I did wrote. They go, you want a mush?
Oh,
You want a smush? And I said, mush. Maddie's munch cousin. Maddie Munch Mulderry's cousin. Mush. Munchin' and mushin'.
Munchin' box and mushin'.
Yeah, okay, that's what I wrote. Creep mode, mush, grenades, and landmine.
Wait, were they saying mush or smush?
Smush.
I think they say a little bit of
Both?
both, yeah.
Well, also, Ron keeps calling Snooky Schnooky.
Schnooky.
He
Can't say her name.
He goes, Schnooky wouldn't say that. Like, you are 20 episodes in with this lady.
I love when you
her.
call the characters this lady.
They're ladies and they're men. But in season 2, we're in Miami with them.
Yes.
Which is fun. And I forgot that was like a diversion that they took.
Yeah, because I guess it went so well that they just filmed the winter after the first season aired.
Yeah.
In Miami. So they're going creep mode in Miami, acting the same.
And as if Miami needed more creep mode. They have plenty of creeps.
Also, they seem to know the area so well. I think what I was trying to figure out, because I haven't rewatched in a while. Wow. When I was like, I rewatched before Family Vacation came out. In my head, I was like, that's kind of recent. That was like 2019, I think.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, that's kind of a long time ago. Okay. But, I was trying to differentiate like what stuff was different from season 1 and season 2 in terms of like how their fame affected them. And I was like, there were, in some of the episodes I watched, I feel like the guys were getting so many girls and like able to bring home so many women. And I was like, is this because now they're famous, or was it happening at this rate in the first season?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
What'd you find?
I think it like definitely ramped up, but they were like doing okay first season.
It is wild to watch them pull women in the club.
I'm like, but then I was like, first season they're at the Jersey Shore. They're in their home where like everyone is like this and they're looking for Gorilla Juice heads.
Yeah.
The women want a Gorilla Juice head. In Miami, did they want Gorilla Juice heads or did they want the Jersey Shore cast? I don't know.
Chelsea, can you weigh in here as the Miami specialist?
You know, maybe they're like Italian, not too far from Latino, similar, but no, probably it's all the cameras, right? So it's like fun. You want to go back. I feel like at that point they knew them. So
they're
doing. I'm also like, you want to risk being called a hippopotamus?
Yeah, or a grenade or anything else.
A butterface.
Yeah, they're very derogatory.
You'd have to run the opposite direction if you saw them. Scary.
I wouldn't.
They're macking on people in this program. Macking.
And it's also the era of like grinding.
It's also the era of I wrote my number down on a napkin.
Yeah. Oh, crazy that they don't have like phones or laptops.
Well, when I was watching, I was like, the aspect ratio of the show doesn't fit my TV, so it's like half the size of my TV. B, I was like, it's the setup of like it's real world where they all live in a house. There's a phone that they use communally. They all have to like cook and clean, whatever together. Like, they're not having their cell phones out with them. They come home drunk and they call someone. I was like, I forget that being like the fun part of the show is like coming home drunk and who are they calling and like, ooh, who's on the phone and like. What's her name? Angie's on the phone for like Angelina.
Yeah.
She's on the phone for like half the episode.
Yeah.
Just yapping it up.
Montage of her yapping.
Yeah.
Should we go through? Should we start just going through the eps?
I would say so.
Just like background for the Sammy Ronnie timeline. Season 1, they're in like a little love triangle with Ronnie and Mike and Sammy, which
okay.
is nuts.
Wow.
First of all, because no offense, but Sammy's gorgeous and Mike is not.
Okay, Mike, I did write down, has looked like an uncle.
Yeah.
Like, he instantly I went, sorry, you're a 32-year-old adult male.
I looked up to see, I was like, is he 35? No, he's like, I think he's 3 years older than the other ones, which I think Snooki was like 21. He's maybe like 26 or 27.
Yeah, there's just something that's not working in his favor. But I'm sure right now it looks like he's as mature as he was then.
he's
grown into his nose or whatever.
So they have like a triangle. Sammy says she's gonna choose Ronnie. They at the end of season 1 decide to like give it a real shot. They date until the reunion. At the reunion, they show unseen footage of her like talking to Mike after she's chosen Ronnie and being like, we had a real connection. So he gets mad. They fight at the reunion. They break up at the reunion. Would love to watch that.
Yeah.
Season 2, they come back single and then like immediately are like, you know, back at it.
Yeah.
Doing exactly like what you saw in the episodes we watched, which is just like being together, but like not, but fighting every second of every day.
It's Ron acts single all day, makes out with girls at the club, and then comes home and gets into bed with Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm done. I'm sick and I'm done.
Yeah.
And then she wakes up and is really nice to him when he decides to be nice to her in the morning. Mm-hmm. It was really hard to watch. I want to talk about this in comparison to like Vanderpump.
Okay.
And like other shows we were watching, because this felt harder than watching like the Kristen Tom stuff. Even though I'm like, I guess it's comparable.
I would agree. I think it's because they're not actors.
And this is real.
I think that you can just tell that Sammy's very genuine in being like, I really like this guy. And I think you can also tell that Ron is a manipulative piece of shit.
He's the worst.
Yeah. No, I would agree. Watching it back, I think part of the reason I didn't watch it is because I was like, we're laughing at these people, not with these people. These people. And it just didn't feel, I don't know, it just like, it didn't feel fun. And like, even watching it now, I'm like, man, I just remember everyone like dunking on Snooki and she's so like drunk and she likes this guy and he calls her and is like, I'm surrounded by a bunch of naked women right now. I don't need you. Like,
that was nuts.
Yeah. Like I would agree. It made me really sad.
I think it's also because they didn't know what reality TV was. So it does feel sad. Like VPR, they knew what they were doing when that show started. It was like more established. But at this point, like, I don't know if the Jersey Shore cast like really understood the gravity and the weight of being on reality TV and how much this will like shape what people think of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's harder to watch because you're like, yikes, like you guys don't even really understand what you signed up for. Like, of course, there was like Survivor and Big Brother, but that was different. It was just Real World, I feel like, that you could even compare this to.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, Maddie, that it felt like a little bit more painful because it was like, oh, you guys are so innocent and like they're probably not even getting paid well. Like, y'all are too young to negotiate good contracts. Like,
sure. And they have to work at a gelato shop.
Oh my, that is, and sleep in twin size beds.
Okay, I was like, they're sleeping in bunk beds.
Why are they in the tiniest bed?
Because I'm sure production was like, we got no budget. Like, they drove down from Jersey to Florida. That's crazy. I was like, y'all are not flying?
They don't have PJs yet?
Yeah. I mean, and like, what was I going to say? Oh, like the crux of this episode is like them being like peak messy, right? Where it's like the girls are like, we need to tell Sammy about what Ron's been doing. Cause I went back and I watched like a bit more of season 2 and it was like, they show Ron going out, making out 2 girls at once. He goes, you had to stop me if I was doing that. This is again where I'm like, they were making out. They were pulling girls in the club.
It's really impressive, actually.
Imagine that today.
Are people doing that?
Bring it back.
We gotta go to
I'm trying.
I feel like even at the Jersey Shore, you wouldn't see it quite like that.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Maybe because also there's like phones everywhere.
I was gonna say everyone's got a cell phone.
Yeah.
Rachel and I are celebrating Make Out May.
Yeah.
So we will be doing that this year.
I'll do it too.
Yay.
Sorry, Brent.
That's
Chelsea, you stink eye. She said sorry, Brent.
Okay, as long as it's not Brent, you can't make out with your boyfriend. That's not the spirit of make out
kissing.
She likes kissing. That's a whole thing.
Sorry, fine. I won't be part of it.
You can be.
You're part of it.
I just have to cheat.
Yeah. No, just get permission.
Yeah, no, just be like, hey, we're doing a bit.
For the podcast.
I'm in the club.
It's actually disgusting to watch. He's like making out with two people at once, and I'm like, this can't be good. No one's having fun, and
no one's gonna come.
No one's coming from that. And then it really is just like y'all are just happy to be on camera. Yeah. So sorry, didn't mean to jump away from.
You're good. They're also getting so drunk, like for real drunk,
in a way that I was like, man, I like again. It took me back. I was like, God, I want to be that drunk, and then I was like, no, I don't. No, I don't.
And this is like watching it when you're like, yeah, we were laughing at them. I feel so protective of them. And I feel like I've always felt this way where like when talk shows would be like Snooki, like, you know, whatever, look at her. Yeah, dumb. I would just be like, leave them alone. They're like actually out there just living the life they want to live and having a good time. I think it seems.
It looks like it. Yeah.
I think they really like their lifestyle.
I'm sure that, I mean, they were doing the peak of 2010.
Yeah.
So how could you not? And I think actually, Chelsea, I think you just referenced it, but like the Simple Life, Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie. I was like, ooh, it's a bit of like The Real World and Simple Life and like all these things at once that you're like, oh yeah, it's all these hit shows happening together with this like specific culture. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny you say that about The Simple Life because I think they got so much flack for being stupid. Mm-hmm. And in some ways, I'm like, if you watch, Jenny is such a good friend. And I feel like Jenny and Angelina, they had some like really good opinions and like advice to give to Sammy. You know, they're not just walking around being like airheads.
Yeah.
I feel like even Snooki, I don't know. I'm like, just because they are acting a little crazy, it doesn't mean they're like.
Just because girls get a little drunk.
Yeah.
And that I was saying that was like the crux of this episode was all of the girls being like, we need to help our friend. Like she doesn't know that this really serious thing is going on and we don't want her to feel embarrassed on TV by this man who's telling her like, I like you, I choose you. When I come home at night and I'm blackout drunk and I get in your bed, that's me choosing you. Don't worry about what happens at the club. Like that should be enough. And they're like, no, this is humiliating for her. We got to tell her.
I love they kept saying she looks like a fool.
She did look like a fool.
Yeah, she does.
And she does.
Okay, so then, you know, all this happens with Sammy and Ronnie. He makes out with the two girls and puts his face between a cocktail waitress's breasts. So now we're season 2, episode 4. It's like a normal party episode. That's where MVP comes from. They're like, Angelina's like, can I go out with you guys? And they're like, no, it's MVP, not MVPA. And she goes, I just made it that.
I like don't remember her at all, but
she left the house the 3rd episode of season 1. So they kind of like don't really like her.
Okay.
Yeah, so that night it's basically just a whole episode of Sammy and Ron fighting about the same stuff that we see in the next few episodes. But basically he goes out with the guys and she's pissed, even though she's like, yeah, you can go out with the guys, whatever. And he's like, okay, cool, babe.
Yeah. And she goes like, that was a test.
Yeah. And you failed. Did you watch this episode?
Yeah, I did.
The boys are like in their own little storyline where they're like figure out what a chicken cutlet is.
Oh yeah. Okay. That was so weird. So for listeners at home, they get in the jacuzzi and a chicken cutlet pops up. They like, the camera pans to this blonde lady who looks completely zoinked, just like so out of it. And they're like, what the hell is this? They're like throwing it around. They're like, oh, what is that? And it's like, guys, what do you think? Yeah. It's someone's tumor?
And they're like, it looks like a, wait, did you ever call those chicken cutlets? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
That's like what they're called. Because then Polly goes, it looks like some sort of chicken cutlet. I was like, yeah,
brilliant.
Bud. Yeah. You nailed it.
Nailed it.
It's like a boob cover for those of you that don't know.
Enhancer.
Yeah.
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 A lift.
Looks like a chicken cutlet. Okay. Oh, that was season 2, episode 3. Now season 2, episode 4. Sorry, doing this poorly. Oh, this is where Snooki first gets on the phone with Emilio in the ones that we see. And he's like immediately the worst.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think at the top of the season, she's like, I met a guy. He's a gorilla juice head. I really love him. And it's this guy who we then don't see at all. And
yeah. And she's like, I guess they started dating after the first season aired. So it was like rumor that he was just with her for clout. But after that, she goes, guys are douchebags and they don't know how to deal with women. That's why I feel like the lesbian rate is going up in this country.
Lesbian rate.
The lesbian rate.
We stay clocking the rate of lesbians in this country.
And they said she wasn't smart.
Yeah.
But then Emilio calls later and he's like obviously very drunk on the phone. And he's like, hey, I fucked some girl. I'm so sorry. I fucked some girl. And then she starts freaking out and he's like, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. And I was like, I actually don't know. Is he kidding or not? He wasn't kidding, right?
Yeah. In my opinion, no. That is so cruel to call someone and say that, who your girlfriend that you've been dating for 2 months, who's on the other side of the country, technically, same time zone, other side of the country, is not near you, and you're going to call her and be like, hey, I fucked someone. Haha, never mind. That's so distressing.
Yeah. And like, she's going to get mad.
Yeah.
So I was just like, that sucks. Oh, and then this was after they went to the gay bar.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, is this? Oh no, that's the next time she calls Emilio. Sorry.
That's okay. I think this is episode 5 now.
That first call was episode 4.
Okay.
They go to the gay bar in episode 5.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of them calls it Gay Week.
Gay
Pride Week. I could be wrong. In my heart, she called it Gay Week.
I think it's JWoww. JWoww goes, tell him it's Gay Week. And
yeah. But I loved because they went out and I was like, who are these guys? And then she was like, it is Pride. And I was like, okay, we're okay.
Once again, 2008 Hope Corps.
Yeah.
I just feel like that fits into the.
It does.
Yeah. Okay, so episode 4, Amelia calls. Sammy asks what the girls think of Ronnie, and they like look at her but don't say anything, because they know about what happened at Bed, which is the club where he made out with the girls. And she's like, if you know something, you have to tell me. Like, I feel like you know something. And they're both just like, I don't know. I feel like you should trust your instincts. If you feel like he's not good, he's probably not. Snooki's not saying anything. She's like completely zoned out. Then they all go to lunch, JWoww, Snooki, and Angelina. JWoww's really insistent that the girls tell Sammy. She keeps saying that she thinks she looks like a fool and she feels bad for her. Snooki's worried about the boys being mad at them. She's like, Ron is our friend too. And Angelina thinks that it won't help anything because that she's going to stay with him.
Yeah.
Which.
That's actually the trifecta of like, do I tell someone something and how will it impact my friend and will it work in the way I want it to?
I feel like that's something I've like experienced in real life and trying to be like, what should we do? And everyone has like this different feeling. So then they go out. Ron and Sam fight the whole night. He ends things. She says, okay. He calls her a bitch. They leave him at the club. And then immediately she's like, well, we got to go back and check on Ron. He's all alone. And JWoww is like, girl, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, leave him alone. So then Ron's getting in a cab and Sammy like goes to the window and he just like tells the cab to leave, which was so sad. And so sad. He's like, I hate how he always laughs when she's mad. Yeah. Which would, hang on.
Well, it's such a sign of like disrespect. Yeah. Immediately. Also, when he called her a bitch, I was like, we thought Kyle Cook was crazy. Season 10.
Dude, that's so true.
Yeah. Men have been calling women bitches on television for decades.
Wow. Ron is worse than Kyle.
Say it.
Ron is worse than Kyle.
Hello.
Yeah.
So then they get home. Ron's like super, super blackout, like can't get up. He keeps falling over. And so Sam comes home and takes care of him. And in the morning, they're just like good.
Yeah.
And they're like laughing together and giggling. And he's like, I still love you. And she's like, I still love you. It's like almost, I feel like in her head, she's romanticizing the toxic relationship.
Yeah. She's like, he needs me.
Yeah. And like we're each other's people in a way.
People, because he gets so drunk, he can't stand up. She's like, I'm there for him in a way that no one would understand.
I also love in this, they like are showing, they're doing drunk confessionals, which is so funny.
And he's so fucked up in them.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Snooki and JWoww are like in the confessional. I love they do confessionals together.
Yeah.
That's something I forgot Do any other shows do that?
I saw on Love Island they'll do it.
Double confession.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Snooki and JWoww in that day decide to go and write an anonymous note to Sam telling her everything they know. And that's how that episode ends.
On the computer.
And then Snooki's like, it's like, no one's going to know it's us because we wrote, he put his face between a cocktail waitress' breasts, and we usually say tits.
Which is so funny because then there's a word used later in the letter that Ron is like, and Snooki don't use that word.
Wisely.
The word is wisely.
Wisely.
For those
Snooki.
He doesn't know what to call her.
Okay, so now season 2, episode 5 is called The Letter. Mm-hmm. And that was like the kind of the crux of why we decided, because I feel like it's one of the more iconic Jersey Shore moments.
I remember this being an explosive moment.
Yeah. And then I feel like The Letter, I'll still get like TikToks and stuff.
Yes.
With what's it called? People like reciting the letter and stuff like that.
Would you like to recite the letter?
Yeah.
Now?
I have a picture of it. Okay. Sam, the first night at bed when you left, Ron made out with 2 girls and put his head in between a cocktail waitress's breasts. Also was grinding with multiple fat women. When you left crying at Clutch, Ron was holding hands and dancing with a female and took down her number. Multiple people in the house know, therefore you should know the truth. Use this information wisely.
A great performance, a great accent.
Thank you.
So good.
So that's The Letter.
I really...
Yeah, what do you think?
Not to jump in, but in the top of the episode, Snooki's like, the letter's written to Angelina.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. Angelina's all of a sudden like, I don't really want to be part of this. But they end up leaving Sammy the letter like in her next to her little bunk bed night dresser. Yeah. I was like, good thing she looked in there.
No, they shoved it in a drawer with so much stuff. I was like, do they know she goes in that drawer a lot or something?
My first thought was like, well, I never opened the top drawer on my dresser ever. Everything that I need is on top of it. So this is great. But maybe when you live in a bunk bed, life looks a little different. That's all her important stuff. It is also crazy to be like, and I came home with Ron to our bunk bed and we slept together in the bunk bed. Like all the beds are so small.
They're so tiny.
So they leave her this letter, but then the girls leave for the day because they got to go to work at the gelato shop.
They leave her with Angelina and the boys, right? Yeah.
So Sammy wakes up and reads it and is like, what the fuck? And then has to go to all the boys to be like, is this real? Did this happen?
And she pulls them aside one by one.
Yeah.
They go to the shower to talk, which at first I thought was because cameras wouldn't be in there, but then cameras are in there.
Oh.
There's like 2 conversations that happened in the bathroom where I was like, what are you guys doing in here?
There was one where Sammy was like, we have to go to the shower.
Yeah.
Were they running the shower?
No, but then they like the cameras go in and she's like standing in the shower. Oh. And they're just talking.
I know in a lot of shows the rule is if 2 people are in the bathroom, cameras can go in, right? That's like, if it's one person,
it makes sense. Why would you invite? I don't know. Maybe it just makes them feel safe. Maybe that's their
from
safety.
The other people.
I thought maybe they were gonna run the shower, so it was like, oh, the noise of the water wouldn't. But no.
Yeah. So she's alone in the house trying to figure out who wrote this letter, and I guess if it's true, she doesn't really believe it.
Yeah.
Or doesn't want to believe it. You know who says a lot of astute observations?
The situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really has his finger on the pulse of what's going on.
He does. This episode made me go, oh, you're kind of more sweetie pie than I anticipated.
Yeah.
Because there were a couple of things where he was like, he could tell Snooki was sad. Like he can like tap into people's emotions and like kind of meet them there in a way I didn't remember upon first watch.
Yeah. And then I think there was a moment where in his confessional, he was like, she doesn't believe the stuff she hears about Ron, or she doesn't want to believe it. And I was like, you really are looking at this through like an understanding lens. Like you really do see what's going on. And then you choose to just remove yourself and go creep mode. Wait, what's it called? Creep mode?
Creep mode, yeah. In this same episode that the situation, Mike, invites women back from the club and then also has women meet him there.
Crazy.
At the house that he had like forgotten that he had called over. So there's 4 women approaching the home, the marital home of Jersey Shore. And he puts like 2 of them in a bedroom. He puts the other 2 in a bedroom. And then
He calls the boys into like a war room.
Yeah.
And he's like,
they go, what do you want to do? And they like game plan how they're each going to siphon off the chicks. And there's one grenade, of course.
and he goes, I'll deal with the hippopotamus.
Yeah.
Who's the grenade? Goes into the room and the friend goes, she's getting really tired. And he's like, perfect, go to bed. And like tucks her into the blanket, grabs the friend. And he's like, we'll be back later. And then goes to the camera. He's like, I took care of the hippopotamus. I put her to bed. It's like, you really did, I guess.
He also really loved that he got to look at the camera and be like, this is a situation. Like, you know what I mean? Like the phrase that he coined is like, it's all coming together. And honestly, he pulled it off.
They all got laid.
In the same room?
That's what
This
I was
is
going
my
to ask.
question mark.
I could not tell.
Well, they have to,
Who
two
shares-
of them have to be in the same room at least.
Yeah, were Vinny and Polly.
Definitely in the same room.
Then yeah, they were.
But I think Mike goes in there too because he leaves the hippopotamus in the other room. And so I think all three of them are in the smush room. And I think they all fuck with the lights.
Or-
Chelsea,
wait,
the smush room.
The smush room.
I thought Mike might have gone to the smush room alone.
Maybe.
And then the boys, they were like, yeah, we'll just turn the lights off.
Anyway, that was just a fun.
Yeah.
That was.
It is fun that amidst all the drama, they always do have antics going on.
Yeah, because what are they going to do? Stop and just stare at Sammy and Ron, who are having
Yeah.
the same fight for the fifth night in a row? You know, no, they got to get their the smush room, you guys. I can't believe that really. I'm like transported to a college party being like, oh yeah, I remember people calling it that. Smush room.
Oh, I did want to say, okay, they go to the party, the pride party, and then they come back and she calls Emilio, has another bad phone call. And then he's like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear about gay guys fucking making out. And she gets really mad at him.
Yeah, unwoke.
Yeah, homophobic. Then I looked up Emilio, and I think you guys know what I'm gonna say.
MAGA man?
That's a gay guy. I think that was internalized homophobia.
Oh, I could see that.
You should look up Emilio.
Tell us. Wow, I would love that.
And you know what? Sometimes it's a tough line with Guidos.
Right, you can never tell.
But this, no.
The eyebrows are so groomed.
Yeah.
Within an inch of their life.
Wow.
So
did he come out yet?
I actually didn't look that up. Would be interesting.
That would be tough. I mean, not tough, but like he is so nasty to Snooki that you would think he'd have a bit more respect for a queen. But I guess not.
Oh. Yeah.
I did love the next that she was like, I'm fucking done with you, and she burns his photos the next morning.
Yeah, and she's actually done with him.
Yeah.
I think Snooki and JWoww have a lot of like respect for themselves in that way where they're like, no, I'm actually done.
Yeah. And I loved it. And I loved that the house like came and like watched her set all the photos on fire. I was like, yeah, good. They support her.
So yeah, that all happened the same night as the boys and their 4 girls. What a night.
So crazy.
Yeah.
I also wrote down, when's the last time you had physical photocopies of people you dated?
Actually, my mom for Christmas sent me a framed photo of me and Brent, like a little one to put in my room. And I was like, that is really cute.
I love it.
It feels a little crazy to me to just like have a photo.
No, but that's so nice. Otherwise, they're just all on your phone. And then it's so unceremonious to like go through your camera roll and be like, move to hidden folder, you know, or like delete.
Yeah.
Like burning a physical copy.
That must feel so good.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, it's just gone actually.
It's gone, it's done. I think something that happens after Sammy reads the letter and brings it to Ron and is like, what the fuck is this? Is this true? And he's like, yes, parts of it are true, but parts of it aren't true. And you know, I choose you and I come back to you, and you should know by me coming back to your bed every night that I choose you, which is like, you're too drunk to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
That is not a choice. Ron goes, this letter just sounds like it's people not minding their own business.
Keep saying that.
And I'm like, then whose business is it? And I think stuff like this comes up a lot when like there's drama coming up or someone tells someone something that happened about someone they're dating. They're like, well, that's none of your business. And it's like, well, when does it become our business to like look out for our friends or take care of them? Or like, if it's not their business, were you going to tell Sammy ever? No.
Yeah. And it's really like surprising to me that he wouldn't expect the girls to have each other's backs.
Mm-hmm.
he keeps being, like saying it's not your business. Like, well, they're friends with her.
Yeah.
So why is that surprising? I just feel like that's like a known thing, is like girl code.
Yeah. And it's also just like, I don't want to be responsible for my actions.
Yeah.
That to me is it's none of your business. Well, why not? Because it happened when you were out with the boys. Like, our lives impact each other, especially if we're going to be dating. Like, huh?
Yeah. If I know about it and she's my friend, that's my business.
Right.
He also kept saying, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Like when the letter was going around and she was asking the boys, kept being like, this is bullshit. And it reminded me of Austin when he got in a fight with Luke, when Luke confronted him about the Sierra, Lindsay stuff. And he kept being like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is what these guys say exactly to not take accountability for what they've done. I'm like, it's bullshit that someone's confronting you about what you did.
Yeah. And they're hoping if they go, this is bullshit, that's none of their business, that everyone will stop talking about it because someone will be like, I guess not. But
or
it's
you'll
like,
feel stupid for bringing it up or getting involved.
Yeah.
It's like a way to make you feel, I don't know, like what you're talking about is trivial.
Right.
Almost.
Right.
It's really when you have nothing else to say other than, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's true. And I don't want to say it. You got to do the Sandoval method where you run around screaming.
I wish I could say it was true.
Sammy, I wish I could tell you that I took a shot from a bartender's breasts.
I thought Mike's reaction to the note was really funny, that he just thought it was so funny the way they wrote it. Yeah. It's just like, Sammy's like, why are you laughing? And he's like, well, because the thing about multiple fat women.
It is nuts the way that like you can tell they were like, we have to say it this way because we want her to be done.
Yeah.
And I mean,
we have to make it sound bad.
Yeah. And it was, I guess, because Sammy was like, we're done. This is humiliating. I'm done.
For a second.
Shit.
Did you watch the episode after?
No.
Okay, so what ends up happening is basically she keeps fixating on who wrote the letter. And she starts getting mad at the girls. Yeah. And Ronnie comes and he's like, I just don't know why they like won't mind their own business. They're like trying to like cause drama, blah, blah, blah. And so it sort of like brings Ronnie and Sammy together.
Oh, shit.
Which is like, I just classic toxic
yeah, having
partner.
A common enemy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your friends are against us, so they're the enemy.
Right.
And then she ends up getting in a full-blown fight with JWoww.
No.
Because they're like, yes, we wrote the letter. Angelina knew too. Like, we wrote the letter. We were trying to help you. And she like will not stop fixating on like, well, you guys knew and you wrote this letter to like embarrass me, basically.
Yeah.
And Ronnie's like, yeah, you just like wouldn't like leave her alone. Like, you're trying to cause all this drama. And they're like, no, we're trying to help her.
Right.
And somehow she's siding with Ron the whole time. So then, yeah.
That's so sad.
I know.
How long do they keep dating for on the show?
I actually kind of don't remember how long this goes on for.
Yeah.
But it feels like an eternity.
Already
does.
Yeah. Already, like watching the episodes, I was like, I can't believe these are 42 minutes of content on this show.
It looks like they were on and off for 5 years.
God,
so till 2014.
So miserable. And to know that he's just feeding her the same bullshit lines all the time of like, it's none of their business. Don't believe them. It's this, it's that. Like,
and it almost looks like she's going to like fully be done with him the next episode. There's like a conversation between JWoww and Angelina at the beach. And Angelina's like, yeah, she just keeps going, I don't know who to believe. I don't believe Ron and I don't believe anyone in this house. And then JWoww goes, yeah, I'm actually mad at how low self-esteem that bitch has to stay with a guy like that. It's just naive children loving someone who fucks other girls and comes in bed with her. She'll see him fuck someone and she still won't think it's him. So JWoww and Snooki is like, they're like done.
Yeah.
And then she's sitting outside and Mike comes out and sits down and he's like, you okay? And she's like, Sammy. And she's like, no, I'm not. I just like don't know what to do. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, it's very one-sided. He's 100% wrong. And then Sammy goes, I know. And he doesn't see that. And Mike goes, no, you don't see that. I was like,
whoa, the situation.
Beat it up.
Yeah.
Bringing the truth.
Yeah. And so in that, when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I feel like maybe that got to her. If she's mad at the girls, like at least this got to her. But no.
Damn.
I know.
Damn, that's tough because then it goes back to the girl's initial like qualm of being like, do we tell her or do we not? Because will it make her leave or won't it?
And Angelina being like, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, all of these situations end up being like, when they're ready to leave, they'll be done.
Yeah.
And that's tough. Really tough to watch.
And like, why does someone like Ron, I never have understood that mindset of the toxic person where I'm like, what are you getting out of this? Like, why don't you just be single?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because it is so very like, to us at least, looks very clear. Like, they don't talk during the day. He gets so fucked up at night that she has to take care of him. And then they share a bed. And that is enough to her to be like, that's comfort. And that works.
But why he do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
because
because he can eat his cake and have it too.
What's his cake though? Like fighting all the time?
Making out.
But he could make out with random girls.
I think that he likes that dynamic. Like, I think he thinks that's what relationships are. And like, that's how it should be. And it has to be this like explosive thing. I don't know. I feel like that's my take on people in general like that. Even like a Jax, you know, like it has to be kind of crazy in order for it to be like, this works for me.
To keep it exciting.
Yes, exactly. And I think it keeps you, it keeps your adrenaline going and it keeps you like emotionally on the hook all the time. And I think that's like probably, I don't know, some toxicity.
I don't know. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't know how based in science this is before I say it. I'm going to
we're
preface
doctors.
with that. Yeah. But I did see a TikTok that was talking about how in a toxic relationship that's like highs and lows, you start getting that adrenaline rush every time it happens.
Yeah.
And then it becomes, you are actually addicted to the adrenaline.
Yes.
So it's like
that's
an
what I'm
addiction.
trying to say. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So,
and I think when you're a pardon my language, fucking Guido in the culture, that's like, no, I don't know. I just think when you're like, if you see that in a movie or TV show, if your parents are like that, you're like, well, then that's what it has to be. And that's what I'm going to do. Or you start dabbling in that behavior at a young age and you're like, well, this is just how I do it.
Yeah, this is just what it is. Yeah.
Chelsea, what were you going to say?
Dabbling in that behavior at a young age is really funny to think about, like, oh, men dabbling in being absolute pieces of shit at a young age.
You don't think they're dabbling at 16?
They're seeing what they can get away with.
Yeah. Those are the testing years.
Yeah. I was also going to say that I think it's just because people think they should be in relationships, right? They're like, oh, I'm this certain age. I should be in a relationship, whatever. And so I think that can be a big part of it too, is like, probably especially like with an Italian mom who's like, when are you going to get married and give me a baby? I'm not going to do the accent. I'm not good at that. But like, you know, I think there's just a lot of like relationship escalator stuff of people think like, I have to do this because I'm 25 or whatever.
And I could see that with someone like Sammy, who is like lovely and kind. You know what I mean? It's someone someone like Ron would look at and be like, she'd be a great mom to my kids.
Yeah.
I'm just not ready, but
yeah, exactly. And so then he's going to flip flop between being like, I should love this woman. Why can't I do it? And I want to go creep mode.
Can I ask, how would you guys feel if your friends told you this information via a letter? Because I'm totally on your side that JWoww and Snooki are good friends. And like, I have been the friend that has had to tell people things like this. But I'm like, y'all, a letter in a drawer?
I know. No, I thought the same thing where I was like, this feels a little impersonal, but I don't know that they felt a sit-down conversation would have gotten to her. I think that she would have felt ambushed.
Yeah. And after seeing how she reacted, I mean, that's hard to say, but after seeing how she reacted to the letter, which was to not internalize any of the information in the letter and just to focus on who wrote me this letter, I don't think she was ready to just get that information in general. I saw an interview with Snooki where she did say, someone was like, would you have written a letter now? And she's like, obviously now I would never do that. I would just tell my friend to their face. But I was 21.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, I mean, I think ultimately, I don't think getting it in a letter versus getting it in person would make me quite as crazy as it made Sammy.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think she just wasn't ready to be done.
Yeah.
So I don't think there was any way that would have been good. Because if they had confronted her in person, I think she still would have been like, well, fuck you guys. I don't believe you, you know, or whatever. Like she would have found a way to still not take the information in and be like, well, I'll have to talk to him about it and see if it's true from him.
And that he's the reason she didn't come back for the first 3 or 4 seasons of Family Vacation.
Because she didn't want to see him.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so they still beef.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I actually want to watch a little bit of, but I guess she came back season 4.
Okay.
So I don't know.
I love holding a grudge. I think that's healthy, and I think it's good.
Yeah.
My grandma lived to 101. She held grudges till the end of her time.
So that's the secret.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, good on Sammy. It makes me kind of want to watch it too, just to be like, how are you guys going to interact?
Yeah.
Now? Damn.
And what work have you had done?
And what work have you had done? The most important question of all.
Any wrap up thoughts? What do you, in the scheme of like reality shows, how did this play for you, having not seen much of it?
I think I was actually more open to watching it than I anticipated. Like when we picked the episode, I went back and I just watched the episode, and then I was like, I need a bit more context. So I think I did watch the episode after, and I was like, let me just start season 2. And like watching it through, I was like, oh, I get why this is so fun. And I think because there's been enough time away from it, I'm able to be like, okay, this is cool. And like, it's fun to reminisce on that time in all of our lives. And really just be like, wow, the impact that the culture had on the nation.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like even you being like, I'm open to watching Family Vacation. I'm like, yeah, I think me too, which is surprising.
Yeah, I wonder if they film it the same way. I can't remember now.
I don't know. You know what was interesting is that when visually the show has a lot going on. So like, unless they're really focused on someone or a storyline, there's a lot of like visual effects happening on screen, and
It's so MTV.
it was almost a little chaotic to watch, but it was just funny to be like, man, this was the peak of them doing their thing.
Yeah, their thing.
Their thing.
Oh, one last thought that I was going to say is that Angelina reminds me of Sheena, and that she's not really friends with anyone. So she wants so badly to be friends with people that she'll like flip flop in what she's saying. She'll just be like with whatever the group's doing.
Yeah. She was an interesting character. Again, I didn't remember her. And then the fact that Mike goes, because she didn't help clean the house, and she goes, I cleaned the bathroom. He's like, no, you didn't. He goes, you're excluded from dinner. I want to start telling people they're excluded from things. That looked so powerful.
You're excluded.
You're excluded from dinner. And then he goes, you're not really excluded from dinner.
I would never do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, what is your takeaway? What are you feeling having rewatched?
It made me want to rewatch the whole thing.
I love that.
I watched them and I'm like, this is so familiar and fun. And I like that they're not acting.
Yeah.
You put that so well, because I couldn't like pinpoint why it just felt different than the shows we watch now.
Yeah.
Summer House feels like an in-between.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like less acting than...
Yeah, but I think that's what makes it so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone like a Lindsay, where I'm like, I don't think she's acting. I think that's who she is.
Yes.
But I think who she is a great actor. I mean, like, where like when we talk about like someone like Lindsay's like refractory period on like being mad or something, where like she'll be so furious and then be like, well, you're an idiot, and walk off, and you're like, okay, that's hilarious. You know, like that stuff like that is so entertaining and engaging. And then watching someone like Sammy, where you're like, oh, your heart is on the line in this moment, is really tough. Same in Vanderpump Rules. I think watching someone like Brittany when she was dating Jax, and you were like, can you not see how bad this is? And she really can't and didn't for like a very long time, or knew but like didn't know how to get out. Like, you know, and I think those are the moments where reality TV is real. Whoa.
Well,
Chels?
I loved it. It made me want to go back and watch
Wow.
it. I watched it a lot, but not consistently, but I watched a lot, and it made me be like, man, this was so fun. And I think it's just the nostalgia. Like, I think, and I'm like channeling that energy for Make Out May.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to be in the club like
two
people
at once.
No, that doesn't sound fun. A 3-way kiss sounds
face in between
bad
a cocktail
for
waitress's
everyone.
breath.
Yeah. That's a Jumbos.
Sure. But yeah, I loved it.
I'm glad that across the board it made all of us be like, I'd rewatch that.
It was fun.
There was Snooki at the beginning of season 2 was like, Obama's taxing tanning beds for some reason.
Oh,
so
that
she's
was
like,
that was huge news actually.
She's having her man's like spray tan her face.
That's so funny.
Yeah. They all also look like peacocks. Like with the hair up, nose very pointy, like flat facial features. Again,
No contour.
No contour at all.
Because they're just doing the matte.
Yeah, it's
tan
matte as
makeup.
hell. The eyeshadow is very silver.
Very thick eyeliner.
The eyeliner is thick. There's something about it where I was like, everyone kind of just looks the same. It was beautiful.
Can I do a finger bang, marry, kill for my friends?
I wish you would.
All right. You guys are going to love this one.
Oh, boy.
Finger bang, marry, kill. A cocktail waitress's breast. 2 fat women. And Ron at the club.
Okay.
Killing Ron at the club.
Killing Ron at the club instantly.
Killing Ron with a club.
Yeah. And then, sorry, what are the other 2?
A cocktail waitress's breast
Yeah.
and multiple fat women.
Okay. I'm marrying multiple fat women. That's a long-term partnership I want in my life. I'm fingering the cocktail waitress's breasts.
Perfect.
Easy.
Easy.
That was a good one.
Yeah. I thought you were going to...
I did this for myself as a fat woman. I said,
Yeah.
talk about how you're going to marry.
Yeah. No, of course. 2 of you.
Yep.
Double the fun.
Yep.
I thought you were going to do finger bang, marry, kill, gym tan laundry.
Let's do that
Oh.
too.
And then, I'm sorry, but I do want to do Mikey, Vinny, Pauly.
Okay, yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh my gosh, we have so many.
Okay, for gym tan laundry, I'm marrying the gym.
I'm killing laundry.
Wow.
I'll buy new clothes.
Wow.
I'm finger banging tan.
I guess I'm also finger banging tan. I love tan.
I love to be tan.
But my skin doesn't.
Oh, like it's
Skin-
hard for you to get tan.
No, easy for me to get tan. I'll probably have a skin condition in 20 years.
I think I'm marrying laundry.
You want to
I
do
need-
laundry every day?
Yeah, you want to marry laundry?
I want clean clothes.
She wants a
every
long-term
day.
partnership with laundry.
Yeah, I want a long-term partnership with laundry.
Okay.
I like things to be clean.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna finger bang the gym,
Yeah.
and then I think I'm gonna kill tan because
Whoa.
I'm always on a struggle to have my body one shade, and so if tan just went away,
Okay.
at least that would
That's
be
not
all
a
one
problem.
color. I'm always like 18 shades.
Yeah, I get that. I love the sun. You love the sun.
I
I'm so
also-
surprised.
But if I could be in the pool unlimited and not worry about tan is gone, tan is killed.
Yeah, tan is
So-
killed.
I don't even need to wear sunscreen, is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
That's how I'm interpreting this.
Okay.
Making this work for me.
So if I finger bang tan, does that mean I can only get tan once?
That's a great question. Coach?
As often as you get finger banged.
Yeah.
Oh,
Think
okay.
about how often you get finger banged. And that's how often you get
Here
tanned.
we go. Or you would finger bang tan, right? It's up to me to finger bang tan. I don't need tan.
Yeah.
finger bang
Okay,
me.
well, how often are you finger banging? That number's much lower.
Hypothetically, often. In this hypothetical situation, I'm hypothetically finger banging tan often.
Okay, then I'm finger banging tan, marrying Jim,
Nice. Wow.
and never doing my laundry.
There you go. I guess I'm
Going
also
to the
buying
gym?
clothes now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy new clothes.
Don't worry about how much I sweat. It never matters. Okay, and then our last finger bang, marry, kill.
Is MVP.
MVP.
Mike,
Mike,
Vinny,
Vinny, Pauly.
Ollie. Ugh. Are we considering like their politics?
No.
No,
Okay.
Just consider their
we
faces.
mustn't.
Yeah. This is actually kind of hard. Because I think Vinny's a certified cutie pie.
I was gonna say I think Vinny's the most attractive.
Yeah.
I also
So we
I'm
marry Vinny?
Yeah. We.
Because I think we all agree he's the cutest.
Yeah. Maddie.
yes.
You don't marry him.
I'm debating if I want to marry or finger bang Vinny, and then maybe marry the situation.
Whoa.
Because he cooks and he's kind of a wise sage,
Okay.
and I can yell back at him if he gets mad at me, and then he'll apologize in
And
like
that's
15 minutes.
fun.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Although he does.
News.
Breaking news?
Did you guys know Vinny is doing stand-up now?
Oh, God damn it.
I have to now kill
We have
Vinny.
to kill him. Fuck.
Oh my.
You see this live on camera.
Where's he at?
This is
Levity
live on
Live.
camera. Where is he?
Levity Live, the Fort Lauderdale Improv.
Oh, no.
Is he on Netflix as a Joe?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no.
Live at the garage. Fuck.
I gotta book Vinny.
Oh, Vinny. That's
What does he look like now?
Cute.
Cool.
Chelsea's got a strict no comics rule.
Vineyard.
His bio is I'm a reality star transitioning into a comedian. My pronouns are he.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Because when you said transitioning, I was like, oh no. And then and who wrote that joke for him? You're going straight to jail.
So I kill Vinny.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is new information are you going to look up Polly's and the situations
will.
bio? Because if they all have jokes, they're all getting got.
He actually looks exactly the same.
Yeah, he looks cute.
Oh my God, is that Angelina?
Pauly D is still DJing.
Okay.
DJ Pauly D. We knew
His
about
hair looks
that.
the same. I think, did I send you guys a TikTok of him of Pauly D at Coachella?
No,
Oh, I
I don't think so.
He's wearing it's at Stagecoach, and he's wearing a cowboy hat that the top is cut out and his hair is sticking
Incredible.
flat and looks like the top of the hat.
I can't wait to see him at 80 doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just going to be like gray as hell.
He and Kyle Cook collab.
Oh, B2B? Yes. That'd be great. I'm sure it's in
And
the
then
works.
it looks like Mike started a cookie company, like a healthy cookie company.
Here they all are.
It looks like
Wow.
he's starting a few businesses. He
Mike
has a lot of kids.
Did go to prison for tax evasion.
And
that
that's
kind
fine.
of rules.
Yeah.
Everyone
my white collar husband.
Yeah, my white collar
crime
criminal
husband.
husband.
Yeah.
Okay, we're marrying the situation.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's the situation.
And that's the situation. And I guess I'm finger banging Pauly D.
Yeah, Rachel,
no,
you
but
like
then
a
we're
DJ.
killing
We
Vinny.
know.
Oh, because he's a comic. Sorry.
I'm sorry, but also
I'm
with the-
sorry, but you did this to yourself.
With a terrible joke, that's not.
Yeah.
You're just using the word transition because you think that's edgy, and then you're saying nothing about anything.
Do you think he even knows that it's like what he's saying when he do you think he?
Yeah, because he said my pronouns are he.
But I don't think I think he thinks he's like. Yeah, I think he
You
thinks
think he
he's
thinks-
saying something.
Oh. And he's in from Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Fort
Fort
Lauderdale.
Lauderdale.
I think we gotta go.
All right, guys. Well, that was the app. Thanks for listening to our recap of Jersey
Jersey
Shore,
Shore.
the letter.
See you
Until
next
next
time.
time. Bye.
Bye.